I agree.
Pretty much.
I'll take your side. I'm anti Elton John too.
No, it's
right?
not anti-Elton.
Found significant enough to talk about because we are the ultimate judge of what actually matters.
Andrew Garfield's like, oh, no, I'm not in it. And I'm like, but are you though?
Hello, fancy people. Waiting for our direct. Okay, there we go. Hello, fancy people. Welcome to another episode of the Nerd Edification Hour. I'm Caleb.
I'm Seth.
I'm Lindsay.
And today marks the final episode of the current season of Nerd Edification Hour. On this day that we are recording in December 2001. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about. We're talking about the year, everything that has happened this year. Not everything, mind you, just stuff that we found significant enough to talk about because we are the ultimate judge of what actually matters. And then we got just a little bit of new stuff in there for you just to kind of keep things fresh.
A sprinkle of new.
Just a sprinkle of new stuff. Just because some big things did happen while we were away for the week. So we'll have your entertainment news as always, some nerd vocab, no specific Nintendo news today. And then we got anime topics. We're going to talk about some anime that came out this year that I found significant. And then some gaming news. And by gaming news, I mean there's like a little bit of news. And then we're going to talk about what happened with gaming this year. And then last but not least, we got just a little bit of tech yearly review stuff to happen, just like a little bit, not a whole lot. Let's go ahead and open this year-end party with something super amazing that happened.
Super amazing.
Go ahead, roll the trailer. I'm not even gonna say what it is. Just up, Pikachu and the egg and Lugia died. Go ahead and roll that first trailer. Yeah, look, it's Spider-Verse.
It's coming. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, the long anticipated, awaited sequel to apparently a whole lot of it's a really amazing movie.
Ever created. You know, when I was living in LA, I was friends with a guy who worked on the first one.
Of course.
And by friends, I mean we went to the same church and I had like 3 conversations with him.
But
to me, that's friendship.
Yeah, lifelong friendship. I knew a guy. I talked to him once.
I knew him. He got to hold the Oscar.
Oh, really?
They got, yeah.
Wow.
He got to hold it for like 5 minutes and take a picture.
But no, I'm super excited to see.
So this is
all my
exploring
favorite spider people.
This is expanding on the not metaverse, the Spider-Verse, the whole multiverse inside of this realm.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. The animation looks super clean. Everybody's aged up a little bit. You know, they have all grown up. Like, my babies, they're growing up so fast already.
Mm-hmm.
And the trailer looks really fun and interesting. And we'll wait till literally. Hold on. Don't turn away from it yet. Like this part, when this part kicked in, just like the music and the animation, the effects and everything.
And then we have who comes in, Mr. 2099? Oh, not yet.
Sorry.
Not yet. But just like the stylistic differences that you can do with the whole multiverse.
Yeah.
But like with this type of animation, I'm really excited to see.
There he is.
And this part in particular, I think, is in India. So, somebody pointed out that like the sound effect words that pop up are like in Hindi. So like India, I was like, oh, future India, that's cool. I
clean.
Can't wait for it. I'm super excited. And then what's happening next week? Everybody see that? Nope. Other camera.
I'm on vocal rest a little bit. Okay.
Other camera. There we go. Yeah. Look.
Spider-Man No Way Home comes to the theaters on December 17th.
Do we have a trailer to? Does that happen? No, I'm super excited. So much Spider-Man news. So,
Super
like, what are you looking forward to about?
Seeing William Dafoe in a Spider-Man movie again, and maybe Andrew Garfield.
Maybe. I don't know. They still haven't hard confirmed anything yet. I guess.
He's a good boy when it comes to not spoiling anything, because Tom Holland will. But Andrew Garfield's like, oh, no, I'm not in it. And I'm like, but are you, though? Anyway, so we'll see. Tobey Maguire might be as well, but we'll see. I think they should have more than just one Spider-Man. But the trailers are acting like it's just him and all the villains are coming. Like, that's lame.
That is kind of lame. Like, I guess it's, like, interesting, but also how are you going to bring stuff in from... You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind if they brought Miles in somehow.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool, too. Or even
really
Spider-Gwen and all the gang, you know?
Spider-Ham just shows up, the same guy from Spider-Verse.
Just John Mulaney in a pig suit, basically. Yeah, that'd be great.
Could you imagine?
We would all love that, pretty much.
But, so, starting our year-end review, a lot of shows, a lot of movies came out. What kind of shows did Lindsay watch in 2021?
So, usually I'm the avid TV watcher, but most of my movies ended in 2020 and 2019. Not movies, shows. So this year I mainly focused on WandaVision, which was great. Everybody's seen WandaVision. But what we did in Shadow season 3, I don't know if y'all know what
I know
is.
about it, yeah.
It's based off of Taika Waititi, who's my favorite director and actor and writer. He made a really low budget production movie in New Zealand, like way back in 2014, as like a mockumentary style about vampires. And it's really funny. It's better than the show, but I like the show too. And then the show picked up a couple of years ago, and season 1 was good, season 2 is good, season 3 is okay, but I still watched it. And I'm not hinting at anything, but I am working on a fan film of What We Do in the Shadows in Florida.
Oh.
With some friends and probably some visual media people here that I will hire. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, it's really hilarious. And yeah, you can look forward to What We Do in the Shadows in Florida. It's very hilarious.
I look forward to it. Let me know when you complete it. I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. It'll be filming next year.
And then Seth.
Yeah.
What did you watch?
I don't watch too many shows, but this year Squid Games was big. That was super hyped. And
a lot of people watched Squid Games.
A lot of people watched it.
But I didn't.
Really? Wow.
I didn't either.
I'm special.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
I don't like gore, except for I guess What We Do in the Shadows.
Fair enough. Caleb, why didn't you watch it? Was it for the hipster appeal of saying you didn't?
No. I mean, maybe a little bit, but no. It's not my kind of thing. And I think just everybody talking about it all the time. Also, just like, I get what happens.
I'll say I specifically chose to watch it because I wanted to understand all the memes I was seeing. There were too many jokes. I couldn't get it.
I got the memes without much.
Yeah.
No, never did. But it was a good show. I liked it. The English dub was really bad, and I loved how that looked because it made it unique. Outer Banks season 2 came out, which was the season 2 of the first Outer Banks, which was season 1, which was last year. But season 2, it was cool. I finished that this weekend. It wasn't as good as season 1. I feel like they went in a different direction. And someone just told me that season 3 got canceled because season 2 didn't get a good reception. So, yes, season 1 of Outer Banks.
I mean 2.
No, season 1 was better.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, season 2. I finished that.
Yeah.
There was a cool scene. My favorite scene in that, though, there's like this, it's like these 3 main characters, and like one of them's trapped in like an ambulance, the other one's like drowning, the other one's getting in a fist fight, and it's all in like slow motion, like one of them's yelling, and it's cutting between all 3 of them. That was a really cool moment. That was like my favorite one of the whole series. But yeah, that was my shows.
Moving on to me, I also watched WandaVision. That was fun. It was fun enough. Definitely, you could tell it was the very first Marvel show kind of thing. But I liked the concept and everything with it. I just wonder how that's all going to play into everything. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If you liked WandaVision, I'd say you probably would like that. Because, just dealing with Falcon and Winter Soldier and how, you can already tell where the story's going with everything. But there were cool, fun moments. I think it is worth watching. And it's pretty relatively short as well. And it also ties into... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to... No, but it really does kind of tie in, just a little itty-bitty bit to Black Widow. I mean, just like a little sprinkle, like one reference. That was it. I just thought that was funny. Currently watching Hawkeye. You know, the new episode's going to come out the day after we're filming this. Got something in my throat. There we go. It's pretty fun so far. You know, I think Hawkeye has kind of grown to be one of my more favorites of the superheroes, of the Avengers, really. Just because, like, you really think he's, like, just a normal person who's just really good with a bow, but he's, like, going to fight these aliens and everything. And, you know, that's just, like, kind of, like, you know, he's not Hulk or anything, or Iron Man, but...
It's like a Katniss.
You know the song in the Captain Rogers musical?
Yes.
You can buy that on iTunes and Spotify.
That's funny, actually.
I didn't listen to it, but I thought that was funny.
Another show I watched is Invincible. It's on Amazon.
I don't know how I forgot about that.
How did you forget about Invincible?
That was my top show of the year, honestly. Yeah. That was so good.
Lindsay wouldn't like it. It's a lot.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, that's okay.
It's like just animated.
It's basically literally. Have you heard of The Boys?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's that, but animated, but
I've never
also
heard of The Boys.
Good. Okay.
Probably better.
Is it less raunchy or is it more raunchy?
Not as much raunchy as violent.
It's like real.
Like, yeah.
To me, it's like a realistic,
like
animated
you see
superhero.
people's heads pop. Like,
yeah, because like if you got punched by a guy with super strength, you wouldn't have half your body.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people in there don't.
Yeah,
and, It was a super solid. I don't know. It was like
probably the
Western
most
animation,
progressive villain I've ever seen. Like Doc Seismic. He's a progressive villain.
What does that mean?
He's progressive.
He likes rocks.
No,
he was just into boulders. He was a one-dimensional villain.
He was trying to destroy Mount Rushmore. Because he's like, these racist slavers, oppressors. He's like, what do you know about this?
And they started killing women and children.
Well,
with his volcanoes.
Moving on.
I also watched Owl House, if you don't know about that. It's a Disney animated show, as well as Amphibia, same thing. And then just a small mention of Centaur World. It's kind of mixed reception with people. It's like a musical animated thing, but it's like really weird. And I mean like really, really weird. And if really weird is not your thing, don't watch it because it's really weird.
Interesting.
But I still had a good time. Looking back, did anybody look through the movies of like, you know, things that happened this year? Kind of anything pique your interest?
I don't think I've watched a single movie this year.
I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I thought that was interesting. The ending, with Joker coming back somehow from Jared Leto. It's kind of weird, but it was okay, I guess.
It was okay. Did you see the original version? Or so was it better or worse? Or
I watched it with my dad, and like it was really long. And we had like a day off or something, and we were just like, well, that was something. That was 4 hours of my time. I don't know how I feel, but that was 4 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Aw.
But I liked it, sort of, you know. It's like Zack Snyder's interesting. He's very hard nut to crack in the sense of his brain, and he doesn't know exactly. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing, but I don't think anybody else does.
Yeah.
And so his creative side is not really well respected by everybody because I think he's too what's it called?
He's a divisive.
Too ahead of his time.
Yeah, too ahead of his time, too divisive on like.
Yeah, well, he's like very dark.
Yeah.
And also, what's really sad, what happened when he was filming was I think his daughter committed suicide. So that makes it even more sad. And sorry, I didn't mean to be a downer.
No, you're fine.
Like, poor guy's, like, just trying to do his best, and they, like, ruined his cut of Justice League in the first time, and then they had this come around, and I just felt like it was overhyped. And because it was overhyped, I felt like I was betrayed. But I do think it was good if it wasn't overhyped. So,
yeah.
That's my 2 cents that I was trying to say.
That's fair.
You know, Mortal Kombat came out, the new one. I haven't really seen it. I heard mixed things about that as well. I'll tell you what's not mixed, though. Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Never heard of it.
It was really good.
It was really good. Like, it is Sony Animation. It's pretty much...
Sony's like...
Yeah.
They're on the top.
I don't know if it was the same people who did Spider-Verse, but I want to say some of the people.
Yeah,
similar people. Yes.
It's animated. Very similar animation to how Spider-Verse is. Very similar colors. And
yes. It is very excellent. Please, if you have not watched Mitchell's versus the Machines, I highly suggest it. Lindsay probably also highly suggests it.
It's
It was
very
good.
cute. I cried the first 2 times.
And it deals with our program, the digital media side of stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, this is so accurate. I love it. Anyway,
Nice.
Black Widow.
yeah, Black Widow came out
I love
again
Black Widow.
to mixed reception. I liked it. Okay.
was
fun.
I related to her sister a little too much.
Yeah.
But like not like literally, obviously. But
You don't want to do
that
the
like
pose.
American Pie like makes me cry sometimes. But
Oh. You know,
Space Jam.
Space
Did
Jam
anyone
came
see
out.
that? I
Nope.
didn't see
I
that.
saw
I did
all
not.
the memes for it.
Me
There
too.
were so many.
Didn't actually watch it.
Never watched
Knew
it,
it came out.
Snake Eyes. Did anyone see that?
I did not.
Me neither.
Snake Eyes was my favorite character when I was 8.
Well,
Because that's the last time I watched a G.I. Joe.
that the G.I. Joe movie came out. We're just going to keep
Who
rolling
saw
on.
Jungle Cruise?
I watched half of it.
Saw the trailer.
How did you feel about half of it?
Well, I guess I saw over half. I got to where they were into the secret place where they had to like dive underwater. She almost
Well,
drowned and
spoiler
stuff.
for everybody because
Oh, no.
it sucked.
Oh.
They were like trying to make it because it's like a Disney ride and Pirates is a Disney ride. They were like, well, Pirates became mystical and random and weird, so let's make this one mystical and random and weird because it's Jungle Cruise. And
Yeah,
so apparently The
no.
Rock is like some immortal being, and I'm just like, what?
No, that threw me for a loop as well. I was like, what?
I was like, excuse
what is
me,
happening
sir? Like,
right
this
now?
doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, Jack Sparrow came back from the dead, but it was funny, you know, and it was like interesting. But like, this was just like, what? Why?
Yeah, I could definitely say they kind of lost me with that twist.
And
I
didn't
was
it
like,
also feel like, what was it,
It's
the
weird.
third one? When they had all the sea people? And like when they were the bee people or whatever? That were the dead people that came
Yeah,
back?
yeah.
That felt a lot like
There's one
Pirates.
guy who's like, I'm delicious, and he like made of bees or something.
Yeah,
made
and they
of
were all
honey
like
and
made of
stuff.
weird elements, and like they could only come a certain way. I'm like, this feels a lot like Pirates right now.
Yeah, no, it was. I
Like,
can
way too
definitely.
much.
Yeah, they took a lot, but they basically like super condensed it. I think.
It
I
was
don't
a
know.
mess.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
kinda
fun
weird.
ride in the theater, but I would never watch it again. Would not recommend.
The Suicide Squad came out, not Suicide Squad with the wiggly sky beam dance.
I
but-
was very disappointed.
really.
The trailer was like hyping this thing up, and like had Pete Davidson, all these characters who like literally died within the first like 5-10 minutes, and I was just like,
What?
yeah,
That's all the screen time they could afford.
yeah.
Pretty much.
And then it was boring, and then like I was just like, James Gunn, you're better than this, but apparently he's not.
Oh.
And it was just like dark and sad, and like everybody was like killing each other, and I was just like, what? And then like it felt like a different movie when they had the weird, whatever South American country it was that they made up, like that Harley Quinn fell in love with this like dictator guy's son or something, and
Oh
then like
goodness.
that felt like a different movie than the actual story that was going on. And I was just like, this is a mess, and I don't like it. And then Peter Capaldi from Doctor Who comes in, and I was excited, and then I was like very much let down on that too. So
And then the next movie, Lindsay also.
speaking of something that didn't disappoint me, or disappointments, this was not one. Free Guy is very underrated. I'm very upset that like I asked like a bunch of people when it first came out. They're like, I didn't see it. I'm like, how can you say no to Ryan Reynolds? How can you say no to Ryan Reynolds and Jodie Comer and Taika Waititi? And what's the guy's director? His name is Sean something.
favorite guy.
Oh, whatever. The director's great. I forgot what else he does, but it was phenomenal. And it gave like fan service to like gamers, to like nerds like us, Marvel fans, et cetera, like, and I'm not even a gamer, and like this is probably one of my favorite films ever.
So
Maid.
while watching it, because I really just watched it recently, and they use like actual streamers for like because they cut to actual streamers, but like it actually wasn't cringy. I was like, oh no, they're cutting
Really?
to streamers. This is gonna be the cringiest thing ever.
That's
It
what I would
actually wasn't cringy. I'm like, okay, all right, good job. I'm gonna do a clap for you guys.
Can you name one of the streamers right now, off your memory?
I know Ninja was in there, Jacksepticeye was in there. I think Pokimane was in
They
there.
got Ninja.
I want to say it was Pokemon. I don't even know if it was actually her. I don't actually follow her or anything. But I'm just
Fair
like,
enough, fair enough.
They had a Chris Evans cameo.
they did. That
Okay.
was funny. That was
was so
hilarious.
good.
When they cut to Chris Evans, that was, it's a good movie. Even if you're not into video games or anything, I
I cried
highly
the first
suggest
time.
it.
I've never heard of it, but
When
I wanna watch it
Jodie
now.
Comer and what's his faces, the
The
guy from
cop.
Stranger Things, came back together,
Yeah.
and he's like, "It's about you," and
Yeah.
they fell in love. I just was sobbing in the theater. Oh my gosh!
Speaking of another good hit, though, Shang-Chi.
Still haven't watched it.
Really? I think you would like it. It's pretty good.
I just haven't got around to it.
I highly suggest it. A lot of people said that this is probably the best Marvel movie that they have ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't
That's
overhype
a-
it that much, or else I might be really disappointed.
That's a
I
high,
mean, okay.
a high thing to
Maybe
I
say.
feel
not.
like the key to liking
maybe-
a movie
okay.
is setting really low expectations.
Yeah.
Here's your
To
expectation
liking a lot
scale.
of stuff, honestly.
Anything that's not in-game, just bring it down. Because
Oh, okay.
in-game is,
Or Spider-Man.
Well-
yeah, in-game or Spider-Man or anything, those are up. If you go in just with Shang-Chi, just like, because I went in with no expectations, I was like, that was really good.
All right, then don't send
really
me in
enjoyed
with
it.
expectations.
Yeah.
All right, well then, sorry. I'm just trying to tell you, it was really good. You should go watch it.
Venom.
And then Venom came out, Let There Be Carnage.
Did you guys see it?
I haven't, no.
I really like the first one. I still haven't seen
did you see
the
the second
second one though.
Okay, the second one is trash, but
Okay.
but
Cool.
it was a fun time. It was a good fun trash. But
Okay.
at the end, it was worth it. The end credit scenes is worth it.
Just the end credit scenes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do still gotta go back and watch those Venom movies.
It's really good.
No Time to Die. Last
It was-
James Bond, not last one, but
This is the worst Bond movie.
I didn't know they made a.
No
James
time to
Bond.
die yet.
Mhm.
Spoiler. Apparently, he did have time to die.
oh,
Oh, man.
yeah. Final, the actor whose name no, never mind.
It
I'm
was
not
a
gonna
mess.
pretend like I know who the guy is. That's his last time as James Bond. Moving on, Marvel's Eternals.
It was okay.
It was
Eh,
a little less than okay.
was a little bored.
But it was, yeah.
I kind of was on my phone during the movie.
I like, again, non-spoilery criticism. I like the characters. I would love to see them again. Holy crap, that story, though. And holy crap, the villain was pointless. But anyways.
Yep. Ghostbusters.
I want to see it, Afterlife. I've heard okay
was
things
good.
about it.
It was a little slow.
Yeah.
I liked the little fan services,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not better than the originals. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
I would say very recently, Encanto came out.
Encanto. Have
Yep.
you seen it?
It's a Disney.
But have you seen it?
No.
I haven't heard of it.
It made my father cry. Who never cried.
Oh my gosh,
Really?
I gotta
It's
watch
that
it.
good.
It's one
It's
of
that
those.
good. And I cried. I sobbed. My mom didn't, which is weird because she usually cries with me.
Huh.
It's so good. It's about the middle child. I'm not even a middle child. I'm just young, and it's like about like learning to be a middle child and like accept your worth and like, oh, it's so good.
That's cool.
And
I
it's
gotta
so
watch it.
pretty, and like the colors, like the animation's so pretty.
No, it looked really good. I'm so
Ugh.
behind on like Disney everything.
It's
like,
a visual masterpiece, that's for sure.
not that I want to watch Frozen 2, but I want to watch Frozen 2 just so I can keep saying I've seen like all the Disney stuff. But I'm so far behind you
See
guys.
Encanto first because
Okay.
it's amazing.
I'll
Frozen 2
have
was
to
just
watch.
eh.
And then finally, we had that one Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which I think did terribly at the box office.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Trash. People are trashing it so much. I just wanted to bring it up because it was funny.
You know, we forgot a show, by the way.
What?
The League of Legends one, Arcane.
Oh, Arcane.
That came out this
I haven't
year, right?
watched it. Yes.
I haven't
but
watched
did.
it either, but I was listening to a podcast where these 4 guys were just praising it as the best show this year. So that gave me high
I
expectations.
don't know. I might have to give it a watch. I've heard different things about it, but maybe I'll have to give it a good. I'm hearing thumbs up from the camera person. So.
Okay, got it.
Meme of the week. What
Meme
is
of
our
the
meme of the week, though?
Am I in the frame? Okay.
Yes.
Me, can I get a ticket for what movie? Me at the window.
Dressed up as Spider-Man.
I'm waiting for y'all to go back to the camera before
Yeah.
I sit down.
Go back to the camera. No, that's
love-
actually pretty funny.
I love the behind the
'cause
scenes Google Doc.
Literally
preview.
next week.
Nice.
I
Lindsay,
also have Spider-Man leggings that I'll just be like, this one.
I'm here to see this. Can you not see what I'm like? And it's so funny. Whenever I go watch like one of the anime movies or whatever that they have in theaters. They're like, what movie here to see? And I'm literally wearing the shirt.
Puts my leg up there.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm
This
wearing
one.
this shirt. How do you not recognize what I'm here to see?
We just did the Spider-Man.
Yes.
This one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you got it right. Moving on, so some anime that I personally, I know these two probably don't really watch anime. Seth,
I don't.
maybe.
I'll
Some
deny it in public.
anime I've seen in 2021, just real quick that I want to go over.
Alright.
No, I will not talk about Demon Slayer. Don't put Demon Slayer footage up. We are not talking about Demon Slayer because Sony sucks. But anyways, Sakugan, very good. Very, I don't want to say underrated, but it's pretty good so far. It's like a father-daughter road trip underground. It's very interesting.
It's like Bakugan, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No. Comey Can't Communicate. I still haven't watched it, but I know it's pretty good. I'm getting thumbs up from the audience as well.
Nice.
I really want to watch it.
Our live audience.
If you have not watched 86,
Never watched it.
please do yourself a favor. If you like Attack on Titan or anything like that, 86 is a pretty good
My friend does.
same,
Sorry.
like, we'll recommend 86 to them. Like Swano with the soundtrack, and it's beautiful, and the characters, love the characters and the story, and just talking about it, I'm going to start crying. Okay, but anyway.
I started season 4 of Attack on Titan this year
Really?
to add to your list.
How
Yeah.
do you like it so far?
I've loved it so far. I just haven't.
Do you feel like
I haven't started. I binged it for 2 days and then
Mhm.
just stopped, but I haven't finished it
do you
yet.
feel like a betrayal of any kind, or like
A betrayal?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
think so.
we won't spoil anything. Yes, go watch Attack on Titan season 4. When is the second part supposed to start? Next year?
Couldn't tell you. I don't keep up with it.
Um,
I just wait till I see a meme about it, and that's how I know the new show's out.
One anime I want to watch but haven't yet is Eden Zero, made by the same guy who made Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is one of my favorites.
Hey, I like,
Camera person.
I like Fairy Tail. Up to like episode 500, it was pretty chill.
But yeah, no, I really want to watch Eden Zero. And then Dr. Stone. If you have not watched Dr. Stone, high recommendation.
Doc
It's
Seismic?
very good. What?
Doc Seismic?
No, Dr. Stone. This is
Oh.
completely different.
Oh, okay. The other Stone Doctor got it.
Yep. Also, my trash anime of the year, and I know it's trash, is So I'm a Spider, So What? It was very much... It's like, okay, I say it's trash because the CGI was bad. Like, and the story just kind of flip-flop all over the place, but when everything came together there at the end, I was like, why is this actually like, why am I invested in this now? Why am I waiting for a season 2? Why is it getting a season 2? I'm happy it is, but why?
So you like it, but you don't like it.
Yes. It's
I don't
very
understand.
conflicting feelings that I'm having inside.
Okay.
And I'm like, why did I end up watching this? Because I was like, I'm just going to watch it just because. And then Dragon Maid Season 2 came out this year as well. If you have not watched Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, it's pretty good. High recommendation. A lot of feels. A lot of laughs, definitely. Also, My Hero Season 5 was lit. Don't listen to the haters. They're going to hate.
I didn't know there was a season 5.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen
Shush
season.
you.
I don't know if I've seen
It
season
was
4.
good,
Wow.
okay? It's just character development time. I can't wait for season 6. That's all I'm going to say. Currently watching, and I just watched it while I was on a lunch break, Talked Op Destiny, or Talked OP Destiny. I don't even know how you say it. It deals with like music and stuff, and it's got like fighting and everything. It's kind of interesting so far. Pretty good amount of feels to it. I recommend it. And then, for you degenerates out there, let's just a little bit.
Wait, can I read this one?
Sure. Can you read it?
Or the long one, right?
Yes. The really long one.
The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat.
That's the real title. And let me tell you, so far,
What kind of title was that?
it's really good actually. Some weird stuff happens in it that I don't know. It's kind of hard to recommend. I'm like, I don't know, but it's actually like really good. It's like, I'm like, yes, I can't wait for this man to just go on a murdering spree and just murder everybody. I can't wait. It's getting there. Yeah, and the guy who made Redo a Healer apparently made Redo a Healer to fund this project. So if that tells you anything, we're not going to talk about Redo a Healer. We can't show anything with it. No, I don't want to.
I'm judging everything you say based off of Christian's facial expressions
Yeah,
behind the camera. That is my reference point for all of this.
If you have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen, I also give it a high
Ooh.
recommendation.
Like from Naruto.
No.
Jujutsu?
No. it's uncultured.
That was a
Anyways.
threat from our cameraman right there.
Yeah. And then so we had Digimon Adventure that kind of spilled over from last year, but it continued. But that finished this year. But then Digimon Ghost Game happened. And if you're a Digimon fan, I actually recommend Digimon Ghost Game. It's actually pretty good so far. It's not like amazing or mind-blowing or anything, but I think it's like a return to, not a return to form, but it's like more familiar, I guess you could say. I don't know. And also Gamamon is just completely adorable. He's like the most adorable Digimon I've ever seen. He's just like, I'm Gamamon, get big champion, when she's talking about chocolate, because you can't say chocolate. So cute. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, makes me angry how cute he is sometimes. And then One Piece reached 1,000 episodes.
Let's go.
The year marked One Piece reaching 1,000 episodes, which is insane.
Kind of.
Man, this thing has been going on since like some parts of my childhood. I just woke up one morning, heard that rap come on TV, and I was like, gotta go. Probably nobody knows what I'm talking about. But
I've watched one episode of One Piece.
knows what I'm talking about.
And it was okay.
It's good. If you're not into One Piece, I know it's a lot, but
1,000
it
episodes.
does get a recommendation just because it's One Piece.
I saw where fans were going through. They had like this whole project for it, where they were going through and cutting down each episode and getting rid of the unnecessary parts.
Yeah, it's I know it's like
Trying to like trim
One
down all
Pace.
the filler out
It's
of
called
it.
One Pace. I know that's what they call it. They call it One Pace.
Which I think it's hilarious.
But moving on to some gaming news. I know I'm still talking a lot, and we got a fair bit to cover before the show ends today. Sentry, this is a bit of new stuff right here. Sentry Age of Ashes. Go ahead and play that trailer. It is a game where, so before I get into, has anybody wanted to be like How to Train Your Dragon, learn how to like ride on a dragon?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's
Every
a game
day.
for you for that. It's like a free multiplayer game. Just came out last week actually, Friday I think. Yeah. And I've actually been loving the crap out of it. Look, you just fly on a dragon, shoot fireballs, breathe fire on people, and
It looks cool.
fly through buildings. You weave in and out and stuff like that. It's really good. I highly recommend it. It's on
Looks fun.
PC right now. And I don't know what else it came out on. I think it's on like Xbox or PlayStation. It's got to be on one of those. It's fun. High recommendation. And then something I hate to report on. Something I absolutely hate to report on.
The future.
Ubisoft Quartz. Playable NFTs are coming to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Why do we have to talk about this? It is...
No, I skip it.
No, we have to talk about how our world is falling apart because of NFTs. Anyway,
Ubisoft
Like,
NFTs.
we knew this was going to be a thing when they started talking about it. I just didn't think it would happen so fast. I was kind of thinking it would happen next year. But basically, they're bringing non-fungible tokens as like collectible items in the game. So like these masks have like serial codes on them, and like that's something that you yourself own or something. It's unique to you. It's like, I get it, but also like you have to pay for these kinds of things, and I feel like this is just another way to like microtransaction the crap out of people.
So this is going to be like a Steam marketplace. You can sell like items for different games. I know that's really popular with like Rust and CS:GO, like different skins. So I mean, you think that's just how it's going to move to? Is NFTs for in-game skins?
Pretty much.
So
I
basically
think
what that is.
they're just gonna the way I think Ubisoft talked about it was that if you bought an NFT Mario in Mario Kart, and that was your Mario, and that Mario is unique to you, but it's also the best Mario and fastest Mario, you could sell it for however much money. I'm just like, is this really what we want to do? We can't just play the game anymore. We have to like, oh, well, I have to buy the fastest Mario, but I have to have at least $2 million to do that.
You got to metagame it.
I hate it. I hate it all. Seth,
Yeah.
what's happening?
So a little bit of new stuff. A game called Icarus finally released. I don't know if y'all have heard of that or not, but it's a pretty cool game I've been following for a while. It's I don't know.
Icarus, like Icarus in Eternals.
No.
No,
I was
I
just joking.
I don't.
We don't talk
Probably
about
not.
Icarus.
But
Wait. Can we wait? I'm sorry. I'm not.
I
trying to
was
interrupt,
thinking
but I have
Icarus
to
by
explain
Starset.
something.
okay.
Okay.
So my favorite film is Rocket Man, which is about Elton John. Okay, it's one of my favorite films ever. And like, it bothered me that literally the guy who played his abusive boyfriend in Rocket Man, literally played Icarus. I don't know. This just still bothers me to this day.
I feel
So you
like
said
I'm,
Icarus. I'm sorry, it's super random, but
I feel like I'm hearing hieroglyphs because I understood none of those references.
I understood. I know.
But,
I know what she's talking
so
about.
he's an evil Irish man in both
Yeah,
in
sure.
both movies. Is basically what I'm saying.
I
Pretty
agree.
much.
I'll take your side. I'm anti Elton John too.
No, it's
Right?
not anti-Elton John.
Oh, nope. Never mind.
The evil villain is anti-Elton John and humanity, and he's
Okay.
anti-Elton John in Elton John's movie,
Yes.
and he is anti-humanity in Eternals. So he is an evil Irish dude in both movies,
Okay.
just in different ways.
So we're anti-Irish.
Anti-evil Irish guy.
Evil Irish guys.
All right. We're still,
That looks sort of like Sebastian Stan. Yeah.
anyways, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
I agree. I blame NFTs for that, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Blame
go
NFTs,
ahead.
please.
Let's go. No, so. Icarus finally dropped. I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of those games where you drop down onto a planet. You have to do tasks, survive, do something, and then you have to extract. If you don't extract, I think you lose your progression. So one of those games that like punishes you for not being good, kind of like Hunt Showdown or Escape from Tarkov. I'm really excited for
Is
it.
this a
I've been following it
multiplayer
for a
game,
while.
or-
It is a multiplayer.
Oh.
I don't know it too well. I know it just dropped this last week. Rocket League launched a game for mobile called Sideswipe, which is their like mobile adaptation of the Rocket League game. And usually when a big game launches a mobile version of it, it's always trash. But Sideswipe has been a lot of fun because they don't try to make a 3D version of Rocket League. It's all 2D, but it's
Oh.
like unique to itself.
Interesting.
So I appreciated that. I thought that was cool. And then I just wanted to do a quick review of all of the games that at least I've heard of or kind of found relevant throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can tell me whatever y'all think of these. But top of the list, of course, Battlefield 2042. I finally got it to start working after deleting the entire game and then reinstalling it.
I don't know. I've heard.
I really
Not
did
good
think that
things.
would fix it. It's had such an interesting, awkward kind of a failure of a launch. But I can finally experience the launch because now I can get past the main menu. That's like my big up for the week. It's really dumb that you have to reinstall the entire game just to play it. It makes no sense, especially when your bandwidth is not very high. Living in the middle of the country, you cannot do downloads like that. Halo Infinite dropped, which I've heard that you've been having a ton of fun with.
No, I haven't because I haven't been able to play it. I've played
Let's
like
go.
2, maybe 3, 4 matches all together because every time I try to load into a match, it just tells me I've been disconnected for whatever reason.
Let's go.
And literally, I went on the forums, or I don't know, I put in a ticket, right? And the guys come back to me, they're like, there's not a whole lot we can do. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Have you tried
What do you mean?
reinstalling the
Yes.
game?
I've tried literally everything. I've tried port forwarding. I've tried I've tried reinstalling, and I've tried verifying the game files. I've tried launching it off a solid state and everything, which I think it's on a solid state anyways. Like different drives, it just will not work. Just as I can't. My wife can play. I can't play. I don't know why.
2021 is the year where AAA games put out games where there's a 10% chance you won't be allowed to actually access it. And I just think that's the future.
Maybe
And
I just have to buy an NFT.
you
and
need
then
the
I'll be
main
able to-
menu NFT to access it, yeah. At least in your case, though, you don't have to pay $60 to be denied that privilege, but that still is frustrating. Call of Duty Vanguard dropped. but who actually cares about that?
I don't know.
Forza Horizon 5 dropped. I don't play racing games, but I'm hearing that's a bad game though. So
No, Forza is actually pretty good. I've
never
heard,
played it.
I've heard good things.
Played Need for Speed when I was 10 on my brother's PS3. He got really mad because I sold the fastest car he had to buy an ice cream truck by accident. I'd be so mad if my 10-year-old brother was messing with my games. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Never played it. Never played any of
I
the,
want to play it.
I've heard it's a popular one. Resident Evil Village. Never played that
I haven't
series.
played that either.
Heard that's popular. Metroid Dread.
Metroid!
No one cares about it.
You know what? Shut up. Metroid's great.
I've never played Metroid.
It's my game of the year. It is nominated. It is a nominee for game of the year. I know people are like, oh, $60 for Metroid games. Like, you know what? I don't care. I get it. I understand. Sure, some people are like, only like what, 10, 12 hours of like gameplay in total.
Really?
I'm like, I mean, you know, depending on how long you take, but that's not the whole point. The whole point is like sometimes you're supposed to be able to see how fast you can get through SMS and then like discover the secrets and everything. People are still discovering secrets, by the way. Like how to like skip like sequence breaking and everything. They learn like if you sequence break and then go back to a certain boss, you can do like you can one kill the boss. Like, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but
but you would say some people
probably won't win game of the year. I want it to, but realistically, probably won't. Probably will go to Deathloop because Deathloop is nominated for literally everything else. I want to play Deathloop, but
yeah. So next on my list, Deathloop. I actually don't know what that game is. I've never heard of it once this year, so I don't know if I've been keeping up.
It's an interesting concept.
I heard it's like an assassin inside of a time loop.
Yes,
which sounds like a 2015 action movie, which I'm not opposed to, but
I've heard good things. It's just like it's kind of like Majora's Mask, where I think you just have to learn everybody's daily schedules and stuff. Who's calling?
Gotcha.
Potential spam.
And then there's a game called Scarlet Nexus that I saw a lot of.
I'm surprised you put that on here. It's like a...
Never played it, but it came up in every like result I looked for.
Really?
It seemed like it had some cool art to it.
It is anime kind of art, and the gameplay of it is actually pretty good. It's like a 3D kind of arena fighter type thing, but you have like psychic powers you can use, and the story so far is pretty interesting. The characters are pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Combat and everything, cutscenes. Like if you power up a certain way, you activate like a little cutscene. It's actually really cool. I like it.
And then Pokemon Unite was another game that came out this year.
Did come out
on the Switch and on mobile. I played that on mobile for a while, and that was pretty cool.
So I haven't touched it.
I feel like this year we got a lot of decent games. I don't know, like Halo dropping Infinite out of nowhere, 2042 coming out, Vanguard was whatever, but like Forza, I heard a lot of people liked Forza, the Metroid, Deathloop, a lot of good stuff this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of the games I've actually been able to access, they've been pretty cool.
Right. But let's quickly go through games that have come out this year.
Which is what
Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, came out around March. It was about time that it came out, and it actually did pretty well. I just think some people were a bit angry of how like they couldn't find certain boxes because they were very hidden. Just like it's a lot of stuff in there. The Kingdom Hearts series came to PC, so like PC modding for that game is crazy. It's like, it is actually insane. Nier Replicant, don't know if anybody knew about Nier, but it's a pretty good series.
I've heard of Nier. I thought it looked cool with the art in it.
Yeah, Nier Automata is a really good game.
That one.
And this is like the prequel. It's kind of like an HD remake of what was around PS3. New Pokemon Snap came out actually. It was pretty good, very colorful. If you like taking pictures of Pokemon, high recommendation for that one. Again, talking about Resident Evil, and then Subnautica Below Zero came out this year.
My coworker's been playing a ton of that.
It's very good. I haven't played it yet, but I played Subnautica, and I can imagine the sequel probably does everything better.
I'm too scared of the ocean.
Then don't play this. If you're
If
scared of the ocean, don't play this. I highly tell you go watch the series on my channel, on the YouTube channel, Strange and Entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and Dana play through.
Oh.
We gotta finish it. I just can't wrangle her down to just gotta finish her homework. Anyways, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis came out. It Phantasy Star Online 2 is probably my favorite MMO of all time. I like it even more than Final Fantasy 14. Haters gonna hate. And the air quote sequel to it came out with, it's not amazing, looks pretty good. Not a whole lot of content so far though, which is kind of disappointing. And then my personal runner-up for Game of the Year, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin came out. If you like Pokemon, if you like Monster Hunter, this is a good kind of merging of the two. Very, very addicting. Literally, my wife was like, you gonna play a different game? I know you got like all these other games you bought, and you're still playing this one. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's so good, addicting. I know I beat it, but like, I still want to try to get the perfect monster on it. But then Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD came out on July 16th. That was the thing that happened. Neo: The World Ends With You also came out. High recommendation from me if you like The World Ends With You. No More Heroes 3. That was pretty significant because we thought we would never ever get it. And after that series was on the Wii, we never saw it again until recently. And not that I've played it, but Deltarune Chapter 2 made quite a splash with people. It came out and everybody loved it. Or at least people who liked Undertale and everything. New World. Heard a lot of things about New World.
I've heard a lot about it. My friend played it the night it launched.
Mm-hmm. And then hasn't touched it since, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
that sounds about right. It's like Amazon's new MMO. I've heard mixed things about it, mostly kind of eh. And then out of nowhere, we had Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl that came out.
that was popular.
I think it was pretty popular. I don't know if anybody's still playing it.
Right, probably not.
I know they still got some DLC that they're going to pump out. And then, of course, Metroid Dread, my personal game of the year, came out October 8th. That was a good time. Took a day off to play it. Worth it. Pikmin Bloom.
Pikmin Bloom did come out.
I did. I have it on my phone.
Pikmin's skin of Pokemon Go.
Pretty much. It's really fun, actually. It helps motivate me to go walking. That was until I broke my toe, and then I had to...
I installed it. That was tragic. You're breaking your toe.
Yeah.
I installed it and played it for 5 minutes, and then
How?
it inspired me to uninstall it and then just play Pokemon Go again.
Fair enough.
Anyways, Seth's not on the show anymore.
Seth.
I'm just kidding. And then Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl also came out on November 19th. I got Pearl. I've played it a little bit, not a lot, but I think this coming up weekend I probably will sit down and play it a whole lot if I can. That's the plan anyways. And then Halo Infinite multiplayer, right, dropped. I still can't get it to work.
A week early, out of nowhere, completely disrupted Battlefield's launch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got really good reception so far.
Yep.
From the people who can play it.
From the people who can play it.
Imagine not being able to play Halo Infinite.
That's me. I don't have to imagine it. I know that feeling. All my friends are having fun. And then Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker has consumed all of our loved ones. We will never see them again because they will be playing Endwalker or waiting in the queue that takes, like an hour or something to get in about now. It's insane. It came out December 7th, and
That's today.
yeah, I think actually they released it early. I think they released it like on Friday. I want to say they did. Yeah, they dropped it early. So
There's been a lot of drops, a lot of new games that have come out, especially very recently. I know it's right before holidays, but
I think release dates are just more of a guideline now than anything.
yeah,
It's true.
there's just been so many back-to-back drops. It seems I don't have enough time or cash.
Same.
But that's enough about video games. A lot happened. With tech news, did you want to?
Seems like Seth wants to talk about NFTs.
Oh, okay. Do you want to?
Hi, welcome to the future.
No, I
So-
hate it. I hate it here.
I hate
I
it.
hate the future.
Not about
Bring me
I
back to the
still-
colonial days.
I still
But it
don't.
is
Where I had to
decent
hunt my
otherwise.
food.
I wish I understood it more. I just started to like actually get a grasp on what, not Bitcoin, but what's the crypto? I just started to get a grasp on like what crypto was for a while, and then I just didn't even like look at NFTs. I didn't even like catch that while that was becoming trendy. I don't fully get it, but I have seen a bunch of memes of the ugly monkey, I think, NFT.
Because they're ugly.
Have you seen that though?
And it's dumb.
It's just like this cartoon sketch of like a really ugly looking monkey, and someone's like, "Oh, I paid $2 million for this on eBay," and then there's like a bunch of different like variations, and like everyone's just screenshotting that picture and setting it as their own profile.
Yeah, just with like okay, that's the thing though. Like,
and it's like how unique is it?
They call them right clickers, and basically what they're doing is they're just saving the image. They don't actually own the image, but like the NFT, what do we call them, the NFT bros or crypto bros, they all get upset and they call everybody right clickers because like, no, that's my property. I own that. You can't have that. That's mine. But it's like,
I'm actually a progressive clicker.
Goodness.
The metaverse.
Yeah.
The metaverse.
Yeah, no, NFTs are dumb. I wish they didn't exist, and they're very bad for the environment as well.
But what if you put NFTs into the metaverse?
Well,
they already are.
There already are.
And then you could have.
There's even digital land. You could like people have already bought digital land.
I actually know somebody.
Like $2 million worth.
I have a friend. No,
what?
I'm like, why?
All right, let me.
It's like Minecraft. Okay,
what
go
if
ahead,
we
sorry.
all
Go
get
ahead.
an
No.
NFT?
Let me explain this because I have a friend, and literally, like, he was all in on this whole crypto, all this on NFT stuff, and I'm like, please stop talking, please, I don't want to listen to this anymore. And there's like this thing called Earth 2. I don't understand it, but apparently, very recently, they announced that the metaverse is going to be working with Earth 2 because Earth 2 is like. You go and you buy like these plots of virtual land, and like so, like if you buy the New York Stadium or Times Square, I don't know, Square Garden. There you go, Madison Square Garden. You own the virtual Madison Square Garden, and you can host concerts or whatever there. That's like a whole thing.
Oh,
Interesting.
Fair enough.
So yeah, my friend, he's like all in on this, and he's got like, I own like all these properties and everything. And this is my net worth, and I'm just...
that's smart. They get in early, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's an early adopter, but...
I'm never going to plug into the metaverse.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
You guys could have your own custom Mark Zuckerberg in your house.
No, thanks.
No.
That's
You can
like
have your
having
own-
a personal demon.
Your own NFT
go,
of Zuckerberg.
Oh, gosh. No, thank you.
the virtual Zuckerberg is going to go look at all my virtual barbecue sauce, and I don't need that. I need my barbecue sauce untainted.
You think Zuckerberg likes barbecue sauce?
The dude leaves
That man's a
bottles
Taco
of
Bell.
barbecue sauce.
That man's a Taco Bell mild sauce only type of guy.
He leaves
He's
full bottles
oiled
of
for his
barbecue
robot
sauce.
self, but-
Yeah.
That man's a W240 sauce type of guy.
Speaking of robo, Amazon has like a whole bunch of robots like trying to take over our lives now. That's a fun thing.
Well,
love
William Shatner went into space, y'all.
Wow.
So
So
now we are the future of Star Trek.
We are the next generation.
He was the guy from Star Trek, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And he went up
Original
and
one.
he was trying to talk about how he had a life-changing experience, and literally Jeff Bezos just talked over him and in front of him while he was like, yeah, no, Jeff Bezos literally had no change of heart after coming off of the space shuttle and everything. Like, literally didn't even, like, everybody always comes down saying like, wow, I didn't know how big the world was, and life is bigger than I am. Nothing changed with him. If anything, he's like, I want to buy that.
Yep.
I want to buy
the moon.
Antarctica. I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
He's insane.
What is actually wrong with you?
Well, you can own the moon, but we can own the Earth 2.0 moon virtually.
I'm done.
Guys, it'll be just like SAO. Come on, it's great.
No, I hate everything about it.
All right, choose your fighter. You got Bezos, you got Zuckerberg, and you got Musk.
Musk.
All right.
Every time.
Which
I
billionaire
choose
will you
the
pick?
secret fourth player. It's a virus that's going to murder everybody. But anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're not going to talk about it. All right, we're not going to get into all this. That's kind of, anybody else? Anybody got anything else they want to talk about that happened this year? That was
I think we're good.
Significant. I think we didn't cover everything. It was a big year. But wow, I blinked and 2021 was over with. That's
Exactly.
crazy another year's come and gone, and 2022 will probably be much worse. But
Not if we make it better.
Yeah.
we can. Not if we can be positive.
With the power of NFTs,
No.
everything is possible.
No, I hate it here. Make it stop.
All right, so hear me out. I propose a system, right? You take the Chinese social credit score, but then you take an NFT for each one of us and assign it. And then you create a marketplace. Whoa. That might be slavery.
What
But,
kind of
like,
post-apocalyptic
NFTs for
wasteland
people,
are you
you
talking
know what I'm saying?
about?
So like instead of going into the digital world, we bring it into the physical.
And
Right?
that's it.
Okay. Look, I have high hopes for 2022.
I don't.
I'm hoping
Keep your expectations low is the moral of this show.
Wait, can I tell people to buy into Ethereum?
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
I need
Absolutely
my
not.
prices. I need my profits to go
Let's
up.
wrap up.
All I know. Okay, yeah. Lindsay wants to go home. So, anyways, that's gonna be it here for today's episode and for the season as well. That is it for the Nerdification Hour 2.0 season 1, whatever we call it. We'll be back eventually. I don't know when. Next semester, whenever school starts back. So, anyways, until then, everybody, stay
Bye.
fancy.